During the time that you lived in Minot, did you know Nichole Thomas Rice?
Yes,
How did you know her?
I met her at a party.
Do you know approximately when that party was?
2008.
And do you know where the party was?
I can't give you the address. The person that rented it his name was Nick. He was at Air Force.
Okay. And can you describe how the circumstances under which you met Nichole?
We were at a party and she was crying, and I asked her what was wrong. She said she had been getting bullied about the anniversary of her roommate's death.
So what did you do?
I asked her if she needed a ride home.
Okay. And did you give her that ride?
Yes.
Okay. Did the two of you talk during that ride?
I am not sure if we didn't talk. I'm sure we talked during the ride home. We talked when we got into her apartment.
Okay. And did she tell you something during that conversation?
Yes.
What did she tell you?
That she had done it to her roommate.
What did she specifically state to you?
I'm not 100% word for word, but that she had gotten into an argument with her and had stabbed her.
Do you remember what she told you the argument was about?
An alarm clock.
Did she give you any other details about her roommate?
That she was wearing a white robe.
And she specifically stated that she stabbed her roommate.
Yes.
What did you do with that information?
I was shocked. I didn't know what to do. I went back to the party, told my friend that I wanted to go home. When I got home, I sat at the kitchen table with my two roommates and told them what happened and asked them what I should do.
And what did you decide to do?
I went down, or I called the police department, told them that I had information, and then I went down and wrote a statement.
Okay. Do you remember who you spoke with at Minot Police Department?
I do not.
Okay. And this was in 2008, is that right?
Yes.
Were you ever given a copy of your statement after you wrote it?
I am not sure about that.
All right. Now, there's no record of your having gone to the police department, correct?
Yes.
All right. When's the next time that you discussed this with the Minot Police Department?
2022.
Okay. And who'd you speak with?
Detective Carmen Ash. I'm sorry, I'm
Yep.
not sure how to say her last name.
Asham?
Asham.
Okay. All right. Following that party and after you went to the police department, did you have any further contact with Nichole?
Yes.
And what was that contact like?
We hung out after that. We were friends. I would stay at her house. We had talked about being roommates.
Did that actually happen? That
No.
you became roommates? Okay. How long were the two of you friends?
3 months.
Why such a short period of time?
It got very controlling, fighting. Drinking was bad,
Drinking by who?
both of us.
Okay. And when you say there was some fighting, what do you mean?
We would fight if I wanted to go hang out with my other friends. She would get upset about that.
Okay. And why was that?
I'm not sure.
Right. Do you know William May?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you know of his relationship, if any, with Nichole Rice?
They were only dating about, I think, a week when I had met Nichole.
Okay. You said that you were only friends with Nichole for about 3 months. Did the two of you argue?
Yes.
How did you argue? In person? Over the phone?
In person and through text.
Okay. And then the friendship ended, is that right?
Yes.
Do you know what caused the falling out?
We got into an argument. I'm not sure what it was about.
Okay. And how did it end?
I made a statement to her and I walked out, and I haven't talked to her or seen her since.
Was there ever any physical violence?
No.
Did you ever bring it up to her again about the fact that she had told you she stabbed her roommate?
I had given her and Willie a ride home from the party one time, and I had brought it up.
And what'd she say?
I'm not sure if that was the time that she said that she was in the white robe, or if it wasn't. I can't remember that. Sure.
So after she had confessed this to you and you went to the police department, why'd you continue to hang out with her?
I was a very selfish teenager. I wasn't thinking about the big picture. I didn't know Anita or any of the other stuff that had gone on. I can't answer for what my mindset was then. I just know that I was a young 20-year-old that was being very selfish. And I was drinking and just being young.
Okay. Now, Christy, you didn't actually go to the police department when you spoke with Sergeant Asham, is that right?
No,
Okay. You hadn't contacted the police, is that correct?
no.
How is it that you ended up speaking with Sergeant Asham?
She had called me saying that they had a tip that they needed to talk to me about. I was possibly her friend and had been at that party.
And that's when you gave the information again, is that correct?
Yes.
I have nothing further.
Mr. Sand, any cross-examination, sir?
Okay, fascinating story by this friend back in the day. Where was the police report? Apparently missing. Odd in a murder investigation. We'll see what the defense does on cross-examination. Let's get a break, get you back into that courtroom for more testimony in the toxic roommate murder trial for Nichole Rice.
18 years ago, these women were roommates,
Now, one of them is dead.
and the other on trial for her murder.
There was bad blood between these two girls.
The toxic roommate murder trial. Live coverage today on Court TV.
Is Karen Reed a killer girlfriend
She's guilty.
or the scapegoat in an elaborate cover-up?
Karen Reed was framed.
We know who did it.
The Karen Reed murder retrial. Live coverage coming soon on Court TV.
Welcome back. We're watching testimony in North Dakota for the trial for Nichole Rice. Prosecutors claim that she murdered her roommate, Anita Knutson, back in 2007. The defense claims somebody else did this, and during opening statements pointed to a maintenance worker as a possible suspect. That man died in 2009. Another possible suspect, according to the defense, is this man, Devin Hall. He's currently incarcerated on unrelated charges. He is expected to testify on Monday. Let's go back into the courtroom now. We're going to cross-examination of this woman, Kristina Holler, who just told the jury that she met Nichole at a party, gave her a ride home, and Nichole said, "Hey, I killed my roommate." Then she went to the police department, filled out a report. The report was vanished somehow. There's no record of it. And then became friends with Nichole. This could be an aggressive cross. Let's watch.
When's the last time you talked to her?
In 2022, I was going to have a statement with Detective Carmen Asham, and the day before the statement, I had gotten a friend request, and I had from Willie Mae.
Willie Mae friend request you the
Yep.
day before your statement.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
You know
just
that he used to be.
Please let her finish the
Sorry,
answer.
I thought she was done. I apologize.
and then just asked me how I was, and I sent all of the screenshots to Detective Carmen.
Okay. And the state had asked you about reporting this back in the day, and there's no record of that. You understand that, correct?
Yes.
There's no record of either of you reporting this.
Objection, is there a question?
Do you understand that? Maybe
Uh,
I'll withdraw, Your Honor. Now, this was a long time ago, correct?
Yes.
You said you were drinking a lot at that time, correct?
Yeah.
You've used the term you don't remember quite a bit under direct examination. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, under direct examination, did you say that you didn't live with Nichole?
I would stay with her after we would go out. We had talks about being roommates. I had my own place still. And I did not end up living with her.
Okay, but you guys stayed together a lot.
Yeah.
And this is after the thing she told you?
Yes.
You recall this interview?
Yes.
Do you recall that when you talked to Detective Asham, she said that you said, I stabbed her. Is that accurate? Do you recall that?
That I said that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you recall saying, I apologize, I'm having a hard time remembering?
She had called me out of the blue and was asking me a lot of questions. And
Right.
I was trying to put all the pieces together from, at that time, it was 15 years ago.
You said, I don't know, I know something about a white robe and an alarm clock. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
It was hard to remember all this stuff.
There's pieces that I remember and there's pieces that I don't.
Oh, it's real important that we try to get this right. You understand that?
Yes.
Nicole's sitting right there.
Objection. Is there a question? This is badgering.
It's not overruled.
Do you recall saying in that same conversation, I'm not 100% on that?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Any redirect, Ms. Sorkin?
Yes, Your Honor. Christy, you just told Mr. Sand that Sergeant Asham had called you up out of the blue and you were trying to put together pieces from 15 years prior. Is that correct?
Yes.
You've had time to sit and think about this in 3 years since you've given that statement. Is that right?
Yes.
Are you sure you got it right?
Yes.
And Mr. Sand asked you about the thing that Nichole told you. What was the thing?
That her and Anita had gotten in an argument about alarm clock and that she was in a white robe and she had stabbed her.
Thank you. I have nothing further.
Anything else, Mr. Sand?
Just quickly, Your Honor. I thought I was done. Based on the questions you were asked here, sounds like I'm getting a different answer than the state is getting. I'm going to go back to this because I have to clarify that. You said you weren't 100%, correct? We just brought that up.
100%. Can you say what the 100% was? Because in that statement, there was other things that I said I'm not 100% sure on.
Detective asked, you said I stabbed her. Is that accurate? You said, I think so. I apologize. You caught me off guard.
Yes.
Then you said maybe she said I did it. Is that correct?
Yeah. In there.
It's important that we get this right. Can't change. Detective Asham, if you had just watched the Cold Justice TV show about the case prior to the interview,
Yes.
what'd you say?
That was the second interview.
What did you say?
Yes.
You said yes, you had seen the Cold Justice
Yes.
documentary. Right?
Yes. That
No
week.
further questions, Your Honor.
Ms. Sorgan, anything else?
Just briefly, Your Honor. Ms. Holler, you were just asked by Mr. Sand if you had watched the Cold Justice interview, and you said it was before your second interview, correct?
Correct.
Did that impact what you told Sergeant Asham at all?
No.
Thank you.
Last question, Mr. Sand, anything else?
Nothing for me, Your Honor.
Is she hereby subpoenaed, Ms. Sorgan?
She is, Your Honor.
Is she excused?
Yes, she is.
Standing objections?
No problem, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, ma'am. You may come and go as you please.